Casper Dennis for Submission Radio, proudly brought to you by Musashi, flying all the way from Australia here to Fullerton, Anaheim, and we found it super necessary to talk to the one and only Jorge Masvidal. Dude, it's been a massive day. We saw you signing autographs for the last many hours. How's the day been for you? And in general, how's the last few months been in 2019? Because, dude, I imagine your life has been crazy since that flying knee.
Yeah, life's been on a turbo since the flying knee. I mean, before this fight, I was known after the toe fight in my city, but it wasn't pandemonium. It's literally pandemonium right now. It's tough to get something. Like, if you send me to the store to get the milk, might be an hour, man. I might be out there an hour getting lost in transit, talking, pictures, so it's nuts, man. I definitely feel the boom, especially for me to feel it in my city, because Miami doesn't really move too much by MMA. So for me to feel it from them, it's a lot. It says a lot, you know.
Are you the kind of guy who kind of stops and chats to people and gives the people the kind of time? Because it seems like you were that guy today, especially.
I am and I'm not, right? Because if nobody talks to me, I don't talk to nada. So I get in and out, nobody will notice me. I've just been like that my whole life. Not antisocial, but I do have a little bit of like social anxiety if I have to like talk and carry conversations. So I usually dead them if I don't have to. But if somebody talks to me like, hey, great last fight, of course, man, I'm gonna talk right back. And it might be like 3 minutes here, 3 minutes there. By the time I get to the fucking candy section, it's been like an hour already, man.
I love it, and obviously no issues at KFC getting a free meal, I imagine. A 3-piece and a soda for you ready anytime you need it.
They're still making me pay. The Latin places back home, though, they're hooking me up, bro. They know what's up, you know? Pollo,
you're paying for back here in America?
KFC, they're making me pay. I still got to pay. But the Latin spots back home, they take care of me, man.
There shouldn't even be a line. There should be the Jorge Masvidal counter that's ready 24/7. Let me ask you this. We saw you were doing a reality show as well, and you put up like a video. You were like sitting there doing some kind of thing with like a plate or something. What was going on there? What's the reality show about?
Oh, was it in the Dominican Republic? In the Dominican Republic, in the jungle over there, and basically, you get a whole team of athletes, different sports. The MMA guy, the gymnast, the guy that took silver medal in the Olympics for running.
For running?
For running, the guy that took the mile. So we had a good squad, and you'll go up against another squad of athletes, and you're basically fighting for like bare necessities because you don't have a phone, no TV, no radio. If you lose, you sleep in like a shittier house. So it's pretty cool, you know, and it's all based off athletic ability. So I was like, all right, cool. It's not a popularity thing. It's who's better wins. So it was pretty cool, man. I was on there 13 weeks. The whole show lasted about 15 weeks.
Jeez, any flying knees to any bears or birds or anything?
A couple coconuts. I had to, you know, when I'd get bored, and I would always practice my skill over there. Not with people, just like shadow boxing, running in the sand, things like that. It was an amazing time, man. I had so much time for myself to hear my own voice, nobody else's thoughts, just my own, and it was one of the best experiences of my life.
I imagine that's kind of nice, right? Getting away a little bit from it, getting away from media guys like us, you know, the people that stop you on the way to the candy section. As far as sort of...
No, not just that, but it's like, it's not me, it's anybody. It's you, it's him, it's anybody that has access to a phone, that has access to the internet. Man, you get so lost in everybody else's thoughts but your own. So it's just good for me to go there and reassure everything that I want in life, know everything that's led me to this moment and what I could do. And not to sound like a prophet or a cocky son of a bitch, but I told my manager, I told my closest to me, I'm going to change my life around, and shit, I did it.
I'm wondering, you did mention that. What are some other things, that sort of revelations that came to you after that experience about yourself and about what you're looking for now that you've hit like mainstream popularity and you're starting to get that money, but with that comes a lot of other things? I
had a lot. Let's say every day I had anywhere between like 5 to 8 hours of no TV, no radio, no music. It's a long time if you know what to do with it. I would get lost in the jungle and just meditate and think, and I was able to see many things that I did wrong in the past, and I just started thinking, how about if I cut these things off? How about if I cut all this negative shit out of my life when I get out of here? How about if I do this? How about if I do that? And those how abouts, I put them into actual practice, and you know, I'm not where I want to be at right now, but I'm in the right path. I'm headed there. I'm pointing in that direction, you know? It's just a matter of time before I get what I need done.
In terms of that path, what do you think is going to take you there as far as your UFC career, as far as what's next fight-wise and sort of timeline-wise?
Getting the belt, defending it as much as I possibly can, and truly separating myself from the pack. I want to end people when I fight them. I want to disconnect them, whether I like them or not. That doesn't matter. I want to separate myself from the pack. I want to show the world all these 70-pounders are over there. Every single one of them are over there, and I'm over here all by myself. And you don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe me. Just watch and see. You know, it's either gonna happen or it's not. But I'm going for everything I got in my soul to do. You know, I got a little bit of money now, but every time I step in that cage, I go for broke, man. Oh, it's not gonna change.
I'm wondering two things. You just mentioned you got a little bit of money. If that's going to sort of...
It's going to take a lot of money to get me back to fight because I want to get paid, man. I haven't got paid 16 years professionally. So by the time they give me that little upper echelon money, I need it, man. Everybody knows my name now in this sport. Why can't I get paid? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm wondering if that's going to sort of be a little bit of a delay before we see you next time in the octagon, and also sort of, you know, what happens with Colby Covington, because, you know, it looks like he's next in line for the title shot. And it was mentioned just before on our radio show, obviously he mentioned that he's the Batman and you're kind of like the Robin. So how like as far as factors, how does that play into it?
Well, I dropped something. He probably didn't even write that line. And two, he knows. I know he didn't write that line because he knows I'm not a superhero, man. I'm a fucking goon, man. And he's got to slow down a little bit because I'm not a superhero, man. He knows that shit, you know. He knows what he's doing, and it's whatever, man. It's cool, baby. I let her fight, you know.
I was gonna say you have the Heath Ledger Joker as your phone case, right? So you'd
Yeah.
be more like, give us a look at that. You'd be more like
Personality-wise,
villain,
yeah,
right?
I'd be like,
Yeah.
not a Joker's not a villain. Neither is Thanos. Those are like my two favorite guys,
Yeah.
you know. So those are guys who are not villains. They're you know, a little different.
Anti-heroes.
Anti-heroes, yeah.
It's great.
Good people, good people.
It's great. I would love to see the Joker throw a flying knee on Batman in one comic book, but maybe one day that could be inspired. You
It'll
know.
be in the real life shit.
Just quickly, obviously this weekend, Anthony Pettis takes on Nate Diaz, and you're going to be there for the fight. I mean, what do you think about that matchup? Who do you think is going to win in that one? Because it's quite an interesting matchup, especially for Nate to come back to.
Super interesting matchup. I think Pettis has the tools to beat him. I think Diaz has the tools to beat Pettis. What they both maybe are not great at, the other one will have, like Nate's constant pressure just in his face. But to have that constant pressure, you have to be in shape. Nate's always in great shape, but he's been out 3 years, so we don't know what type of shape or what he was really, really doing, you know? And, man, Pettis, his last fight, though he was taking a beating till it happened, just wow, to be so clutch, to get Thompson out of there after taking that beating, wow, man. So I'm interested to see this fight. I'm interested to see what type of shape Nate comes back. Pettis' strategy, obviously, is he going to kick more? Because we all know Pettis is a good kicker. Nate's not the greatest kicker. So is that what it's going to come down to? Or Nate's pressure getting in his face, throwing 100 punches a minute, and just breaking his will? You know, I'm so excited for that fight.
It's a fascinating one. We've got to get you out of here because obviously PR want to take you away, we understand. But just quickly, obviously Conor McGregor is another guy that you really wanted to fight. How would you see that fight going? And also, did you see the video? He's sort of in a little bit of controversy today for an incident that happened. Did you see that?
Yeah.
The guy kind of no-sold the shot.
Yeah, I
Bit of a three-piece and a soda, kind of.
I
Kind
saw
of a
it.
one piece, no soda.
I thought it was maybe Photoshop because the dude looked old as fuck, right? Or not, you know?
Looked old.
I don't know, man. I don't want to comment too much on it. I don't know what happened there, but it looked fucking... It didn't look right, man. That dude's maybe like 6 years old and you punched him in the head and he wasn't looking at you. I don't know how that sits with me, man, you know? I want to know, like, more about it because all I saw is a quick clip of the video. And it just didn't make no sense. I don't know, maybe this guy disrespected Conor, spit on him or some shit that I didn't see on the camera. But the 10-second clip that I saw just didn't look right, you know?
Dana White said that Conor McGregor didn't like the fact that he said that he was too small to fight you. So do you think things are sort of looking in the right direction for a possible matchup? I mean, you're talking about the big money fight. You're talking about negotiating. That could be the biggest fight.
Oh, no, of course it'd be the biggest fight.
2020, 2019?
No, of course, would Conor be the biggest fight, but he needs to stop with I might fight, I might not. I don't like that shit, you know. You're not going to fight me. You're not going to fight me, you know. You got a lot of money already with the whiskey, I heard. Drink your whiskey, man. Keep your money, man. You don't want this, man. 'Cause I'll take your fucking soul, man. I'll be as nice as I can about it. I'm coming for your soul. Not just Conor's, whoever they put in front of me. And Dana White said I'm bigger for a reason because he wants that little shield. Like, hey, I told you guys Masvidal's too big when I go in there and...
Well, we can't top that. Jorge, we really appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much. Always fun chatting with you.
Super necessary. So we appreciate you doing this with us, my friend. Thank you so much. It's been too long between catch-ups.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you in Australia soon.
Yes, sir, man.